What do you do at night? Do you still care? Do you still share memories? And when I sing, do you still hear my voice? Singing to you every note I can sing. Now what is left of all this love? Aside the pain that I fight against. What can I do to love again and live again? So
What people dems. So again, forgive the state of the room if you are the first time coming to room 2703. I'm getting some work done in here. There's probably going to be more to come actually. So this is the start of things to come. So you have to bear with me. Right, so I'm just going to do this one reaction because it is now 20 to 1 in the morning in the UK, and I've got a bit more editing to do, and I've also got some other stuff I need to get done, so I'm going to make this really quick. But this is a Patreon request for my main man Jeff. So he won the Jump the Queue prize draw last week, and his request was for Dimash, a song called Your Love, which I don't think I've heard before. It doesn't look familiar anyway, and the specific performance is him performing with Igor, your boy Igor, in Moscow in 2020. I mean, it's had 12 million views, so it's definitely been seen by a lot of people. I'm just not one of them. So yeah, I'm keen to see what this is all about. Obviously, you know, I love me some Dimash, so let's waste no time. See what it's saying. Sounds glorious already.
Well, you know, I still remember us. Well, at the times where we won, when we were warm. Do you recall? Nothing was dangerous. We had the strength to live our streams, to feed our souls. Now what is left of all this love?
Wow.
Beside the pain that I fight against. What can I do to love again? Believe I can so far. Where do you live? What do you do at night? Do you still care? Do you still share memories? And when I sing, do you still hear my voice? Singing to you every note I can sing. Now what is left of all this love? Aside the pain that I fight against. What can I do to love again and live again? Народный артист России Игорь Крутой и Димаш Кудайберген. Спасибо огромное!
Премьера песни в подарок вам, дорогие женщины.
Okay. That, considering there are so many things I've seen with Dimash already that I think are absolutely amazing, but vocally for me, and as a tune as well, there was a real marriage between that song and the lyrics and the vocal and the performance. That's one of, I feel anyway, and people may disagree with me, but that is one of, I think, my favourite Dimash performances. I cannot wait to watch that again. Like, and if it wasn't so late, I'd do it now. But that just kept building. It just kept building and building and building and building and building. And it's just him and the piano. Like, there were parts of it where I was like, your voice sounds that flawless. It's like you're not even singing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that flawless. It's that, like, without blemish or faltering or anything. It's like, how are you performing this live? How is this? That's crazy to me. That kind of talent just doesn't come by in, like, often. And you know what's really interesting, just off topic slightly, I was putting something on Instagram, and you know how you can, on Instagram you can like add the music. So I was like, oh, it's a Dimash post, so I will make a post and add a tune from his library on there as well. The song I wanted to add, they didn't have it. It was SOS actually. They didn't have SOS on Instagram, but they had other people singing SOS, and there was this French guy. Well, I think he was French. He was singing in French anyway, and it's just, as much as people can say that, oh, you know, Dimash is this or Dimash is that, or for the ones that don't get it, not everyone can sing a Dimash song. Sorry, because even listening to that guy sing it, and it was pleasant enough, that's not Dimash. That was no Dimash. That was absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure, I'm learning not to judge audiences, because I know that there are cultural differences in how certain people react and respond to what they see in front of them, but that crowd seemed a little dry to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you've got all this amazing talent that's in front of you, and yeah, okay, we had some people run up there with the flowers, but like when it panned across the audience, it's just very, if that was me and I was Dimash and that was the kind of applause I was getting, I'd have picked up that microphone. No, obviously I said people are different, so maybe they were just enjoying it but showing it in a different way. But, and I could see Igor obviously at the piano and like looking over every now and again to sing, because I think they said it was a premiere as well. They were premiering this song. Really powerful, really, again, emotive, and I can see why why you liked this, because I can see what you mean about it having that kind of big band element, this big musical number, this big dramatic, with all of the drama throughout, with its massive, huge crescendo at the end. Like, it does completely make sense why this would be one of the ones that you liked. And actually for me, as I haven't seen it before, it was quite eye-opening, because there were so many, which we know Dimash can do, but again, it's just always nice to see how he deploys that on a different track, and whether or not you still connect to it. Like, I think one of the ones I reacted to, I think it was Love is Like a Dream. I was saying that by the end of it, I liked it, but for the first half, I was a little bit indifferent about it, really. From the get-go of this one, it had me. From the get-go, from the middle, it kept me, and by the end, it just whisked me away to somewhere else. That note, the power in that man's throat is just, he could be like, there's some superheroes, I think one of the guys has got like a vocal cry. I'm sure that guy was in Wonder, and then like, oh, you know, he can basically unalive unalive that person, and just by opening his mouth. I mean, Wonder had other ideas and she got rid of his mouth, but the point I'm trying to make is that would be a sick superpower, and he absolutely could do that because it's just so effortless to him, so effortless. And it's really interesting as well, obviously watching the Dimash concert in London at the O2, the Indigo concert, and seeing how young he was there and how ill he was. I only found that out afterwards, like the day after I reacted to it, that he was, you know, with fever and all sorts. I mean, I was baffled by that because like you can't tell. You can't tell. I mean, I think now since watching it back as I was editing it, I was like, oh, actually, maybe I can see some little moments, maybe, but you really couldn't tell. You really couldn't tell. But it's interesting to see him at that age and that point of his career. And obviously this was only 3 years ago. So in that time he's had time to grow, like mature a little, like he looks a little bit older in the face. I say older, I mean he still looks young. But I mean, in comparison to where he was, like he doesn't look as teenagery. Which is always a blessed thing, it's nice to be youthful. He looks, yeah, like man Dimash there. And I think he just excelled himself, and I say excelled, I mean I don't even know whether he even has any levels to excel, like he's that far advanced of so many other singers, but the range he's got, how he can go from low to high, in the space of like a nanosecond, keep that whole breathy, airy tone to start with, really kind of lure us in softly, and then just continue to build until you get to that point where it's just like that absolute release of that note. Yeah, that was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So Jeff, nice one for that one, my friend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as well. What did you like about this, and what should the next Dimash song be? Because I'd be quite keen to do some more songs of his. But for now, as I said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, then drop me a like and subscribe. That would be amazing. And I've also got a Patreon as well. So if you want to head over there and, you know, just be generous and lovely and all kinds, I mean, that would be great. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.